Welcome to today's podcast on Chinese opera. To start, let's look at the historical background. There are two main types of Chinese opera, Zaju and Beijing Opera. Zaju, which developed during the Yuan Dynasty, was an early form of Chinese theater, combining singing, dancing, and dialogue. It often had 4 acts with themes that focused on moral and philosophical ideas. Later, Beijing Opera, also known as Peking Opera, emerged during the Qing Dynasty. This evolved into one of China's most famous theatrical traditions. Beijing Opera is known for its stylized movements, costumes, and makeup, with each color symbolizing specific character traits. The distinct vocal style of Beijing Opera is an essential part of the performance, which emphasizes symbolic gestures and emotions. Chinese opera, in its many forms, not only preserves history but also reflects China's cultural values. These performances bring stories of legends and famous characters to life, using costumes, makeup, and symbolic movements. Today, Chinese opera continues to connect people to the rich history of China.
Now let's talk about traditional Chinese instruments used in Chinese opera, which obviously play a key role in bringing the performance to life. In Chinese opera, the music creates a mood and highlights drama. The instruments within the ensemble help enable those kinds of moods and create that kind of drama. The guzheng is another instrument that I want to talk about today. With its history that spans back to over 2,500 years, it's known for its large wooden body that has multiple strings, typically 21. By plucking the strings with the finger picks, it produces a rich, resonant sound that can convey a wide range of emotions, from intense to sincere. Commonly used in classical and opera Chinese music, the guzheng is renowned for its ability to invoke the natural world. And with its expressive techniques, it enhances its lyrical quality. The yongqin is a hammered dulcimer which is bright and rhythmic, playing an essential role in keeping time and accentuating the music. The zhongrun, similar to the pipa but used for larger harmonic support, offers a deeper tone. Finally, there's percussion. This section includes gongs, drums, and clappers to punctuate the important moments in the opera, adding intensity and marking key characters and entrances. These instruments help convey the emotional depth and the storytelling within opera, making this performance not just an authority experience, but also an emotional journey.
Hello, my name is Yvette Torres, and today we're going to be presenting the sound of Gu Yu and how the rest of the world is able to characterize it by its sound. The basic musical scale in East Asian countries is an ahematonic pentatonic scale, no semitone between notes, which often consists of 5 fundamental tones and 2 auxiliary tones, which are of such lesser importance that they don't even have a name. Chinese music's musical scale, known as zhi diao or zhen gong diao, consists of gong, shang, zhui, bian zhi, zhi, yu, bian gong, and gong, respective to the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The pentatonic scale is a musical scale that uses 5 notes within an octave. The Chinese pentatonic scale, gong, shang, zhi, zhi, yu, in C major is played as C, D, F, G, A. In contrast, the Western pentatonic scale differs slightly by 1 note, C, D, E, G, A, or Do, Re, Mi, So, La. The Western scale, a diatonic musical scale that uses 7 notes within an octave, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, has a 12-note chromatic scale that includes half steps to create tension in Western music. The huasong, or yellow bell, is a reference note whose absolute pitch must be determined with exactitude, as it serves as a fundamental tone around which traditional Chinese pitch systems were structured. The 12 standard pitches called lu are separated from each other by a half tone without forming a chromatic scale. According to an example provided by Chinese music and musical scale traditions of Eastern Asia, assuming huasong is a pitch of a C, the following pitches would be C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and B. China's pronunciation of the 12 standard pitches are He, Si, Yi, Sheng, Shi, Gong, Fang, Liu, Ni. These unique pitches enable Guyu to avoid forming dissonant intervals or half steps, which bring about tension in Western music to embody a tranquil, flowing, and meditative quality unique to Guyu. So, what is its significance? This musical scale is better adapted to reflect the essence of Guyu along with traditional Chinese values such as harmony, unity with nature, balance, tranquility, simplicity, and meditation or state of mind. It also creates a tonal space which grants space for expressive techniques commonly used on instruments such as the gusang, pipa, or hu, like sliding, bending, and vibrato. The Chinese musical scale zhidiao resonates with their philosophy, reflecting the 5 elements of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water by alignment to the pentatonic scale.
Hello, my name is Luka Baresic. We will now look at section 4 of the podcast, which focuses on the popular artists. Let's take a look at some of the most renowned performers in the rich tradition of Chinese opera. First, we have Mei Lang Fang, celebrated for his iconic performances in Farewell My Concubine, specializing in Dan roles, the female characters. Mei is credited with being Beijing's opera to global fame through his extraordinary artistry. Next is Chang Yang Chui, known for his powerful portrayal in injustice to Du Ye. Like Mei, Chang also focused on Dan roles, earning acclamation for his refined acting and breathtaking singing. Then there's Shang Shi Ao Yun, whose performance in Lady Zaju going Beyond the Great Wall became legendary. He was known for expressing profound emotional depth, masterfully blending his singing and acting. Next up, Zun Hushang, another luminary, made his mark with the role of matchmaker. Unlike the others, he showcased versatility by excelling in both the Dan and Shang roles. Moving beyond Beijing opera, Yam Kim Fei shines as an iconic figure in Cantonese opera, best remembered for Dai Noi Fei. She specialized in Shang roles, the male characters, leaving a lasting legacy in the genre. Last three, in Kungzhu opera, one of the oldest and most refined forms of Chinese opera, we must mention Tang Zhu, the playwright behind the timeless classic The Peon Pavilion. Each of these artists, whether on the stage or through their writing, brought something unique to Chinese opera, elevating it to new heights and leaving an indelible mark on the treasured art form.
Hi, my name is Josiah, and I'll be going over the philosophical and cultural influence of Chinese opera. The country's philosophical traditions deeply influenced Chinese opera. Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism all have shaped Chinese music and the performances, with each philosophy bringing different values to the opera itself. Confucianism stresses harmony, moral integrity, and social order. In Chinese opera, music is seen as a tool cultivating virtue and fostering societal balance. Taoism focuses on the balance of harmony with nature, influencing the music to reflect the flow of energy in the natural world. These philosophical influences seen in the music, where melodies and rhythms are chosen to be created as peaceful, a balanced, and pretty much a balanced atmosphere. For example, Beijing opera's smooth, flowing melodies reflect Taoist ideas and naturalness and balance. The emphasis in the unity with nature is also seen in the performance and techniques, where movements and sounds mimic the world around us. Chinese opera isn't just entertainment, it's a way to connect with the past and to understand a deeper cultural, philosophical ideas and shape society. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Naydelin Lara, and I would be doing conspiracy developments. Chinese opera has some exciting news in recent years. Thanks to government support, traditional forms like Zaju and Beijing Opera are being preserved and reaching new audiences. Many smaller regional operas, once at risk of disappearing, are now gaining attention and keeping these art forms alive. Some artists are also adding modern twists to the performances. They blend traditional elements with new ideas, making the operas more relatable to younger generations. Technology like improved sound and lighting is being used to enhance the performances and making them more dynamic and accessible to today's audiences. While Chinese opera has faced challenges from Western theater in the past, there is now a renewed respect for its cultural value. More people are recognizing the uniqueness of Chinese opera with its own acting, music, and storytelling techniques. This respect is helping to assure that the Chinese opera will remain a significant part of China's cultural heritage for generations to come.
To wrap things up, Chinese opera is a foundation of China's cultural heritage dating back over 1,000 years. It's not just about singing, it's a beautiful combination of music, drama, dance, and acrobatics. The stories told through opera reflect Chinese folklore, history, and classical literature, and they often carry strong moral themes like loyalty and righteousness. Chinese opera educates future generations without having to say much. It is also about the connection to history and emotion that goes into the performance, whether it be singing, acrobatics, or martial arts. Chinese opera music stands as a testament to China's rich culture, China's rich culture and artistic heritage. Chinese opera isn't just entertainment, it's a powerful cultural experience, whether it's Peking opera, Cantonese opera, or Kung Fu opera, which are the three most popular forms of Chinese opera. Each style brings something unique. These forms use different scales, like the pentatonic scale in Peking opera and the heptatonic scale in Cantonese opera, each creating a different atmosphere. Chinese opera is a way to connect with history and culture through emotion and performance. Whether it's the music, the acrobatics, or the dramatic storytelling, Chinese opera offers a window into China's values and traditions. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the world of Chinese opera, its rich history, diverse styles, and cultural significance make it an art form that continues to captivate audiences worldwide.